What's up, y'all? It's your boy Afro Beets back at it again with another video. By the end of today's video, you'll be able to know how to pick the right produce, whether it's the grocery store, the farmer's market, or some just, random cart on the side of the road. If this video brings you value, don't forget to like and subscribe here on my channel for all your garden table content. So let's get it. Tip number one. Don't go to trash stores. Not all stores are made the same. You got different tiers, different levels. First tier, this is the lowest level. Tier 3, you have your giants of the world, okay? These are the stores that are pretty much everywhere. You can get them accessibly anywhere, but they just don't quite come up to par for what you need. If you're coming in, late, you have to pick up something for the next day, and you're kind of in a rush, or you're in the rush hour where everybody's coming to get your grocery store, you might be out of luck because the produce quality just isn't gonna be there. I mean, you're really getting like 6 out of 10 vegetables, and I'm not like vegetalist or anything like that, but they have some ugly scenarios.
Man, are they ugly?
Next is tier 2. These are the Trader Joe's type stores. So Trader Joe type stores, they're supplies and different types of produce. They make up in freshness. My only thing about Trader Joe's is like they love their plastic. Like I don't understand why I have to wrap everything in plastic. They tend to be on the lower quantity side. So, but the produce overall pretty good. So next tier is the creme de la creme. Okay, this is your Whole Foods. This is like the big boy, okay? Whole Foods, like those types of stores, they have like everything for like every diet. You pay for it, definitely pay for it, but any kind of diet or anything like that you're on, you can go to Whole Foods. Everything is like super fresh. They care about the people who produce the food most of the time. Like they have, different products that are, how I say, empathetic. Yeah, they're empathetic. They care about where their food is coming from because they know their customers care. So, all right, tip number 2, use your senses, okay? Use your eyes, use your smell, use your touch. These things are gonna be important. If something doesn't look right, it's probably not right. You also wanna keep in mind when you're going to use that produce. When are you going to use what you're buying? For example, if you have something like an avocado, you're not going to want to buy it at its like ripest, because if you let it sit in there a couple days, in a matter of seconds, as soon as it hits your house, it's gone. It's black. It's no good. Touch is really important for specific fruits and vegetables. You want to test the ripeness of a fruit. Use your thumb. Press your thumb lightly, softly, you don't want to bruise this, softly into your fruit or vegetable, whatever you're trying to touch. And if it pushes in and then pushes back at you, that's about perfect. But if you push in and you're just hitting like concrete, or it's just too hard to even push in, it's very unripe. But if you push in and it kind of stays there and completely caves in, that's a little bit too ripe. Again, these will vary depending on what you're trying to do with the dish. All right, next is like melons. Melons are a little bit different. Those stay hard, but you really want to focus on the weight and color with those. Specifically, I'm talking about like watermelon, those types of melons. The lighter the melon, typically the riper it is. If it's really dark, it's probably hasn't gone through the ripening process yet. You also want to check weight. You want something a little bit on the heavier side than its actual weight. That means it has a lot of, good stuff in the middle. It's not, just all, light stuff. So yeah, that's for melons. If you're still with me and I'm giving you some great tips so far, make sure you comment testify in the comments below. Smelling your fruits and veggies are so key. People really skip this step because they're like, what do you look like, a guy who's like just taking a fruit and just giving it a good whiff in the store? I mean, it's a little weird, but you don't have to do all white. You don't have to do extra. You can literally just go in and just, just give it a little sniff. Just okay. Does it smell like anything? Like if it doesn't have a smell to it, typically that means it's like probably pesticides. It might be a little bit fake. Like most things have a smell to it. There's very few things that are like odorless, especially the stuff that you're eating. So if it doesn't have an odor, you might want to check that. Smelling your food not only builds your confidence, with deciding what type of freshness something has, but also builds your palate. This is all connected. The nose, the taste, the ear, all this is connected. It works together in unison. Moving on to your things like your tubulars, things that grow underground, like your beets, your potatoes, carrots, things like that. Leaves on these items are usually a pretty good indication of the freshness of those root type vegetables. Specifically, like I'm thinking of carrots. If your carrot leaves are like withered or doesn't really have any carrot leaves at all, I mean, a lot of them don't, but the best ones are the ones with the leaves still on it. It's something about something still being attached to its natural state that just brings out the flavor in it. So look at the leaves. If they're kind of like shriveled up, they're dying, they're kind of like barely hanging on for dear life, then might not be the freshest. For like potatoes, you want to check for like blemishes and bruises and things like that. If it doesn't look good, it's probably not going to taste very good either. Which leads me to my last tip, leafy greens. Now leafy greens can be a little bit tricky because a lot of leafy greens tend to look the same to people. But like I said again, you're looking for like wilting, you're looking for spots. Really go through the leaves and check out the leaves. Not all the leaves, just because it looks good on the outside doesn't mean it's great on the inside. You really want to like sort through the leaves a little bit and really get the idea of how healthy this plant is. Tip number 3, and this is our last tip. This is going to be a short one. Tip number 3 is grow your own food. I don't know what you expect me to say. I know you didn't think that was coming, but it's coming. Grow your own food. What better way to control all aspects of your food to grow something, in your home garden, or at the very least, like buy locally from somebody that you trust and There's so many benefits to growing your own food. You save on money, you save on time. You can pick the type of vegetable you want. Specifically, you can grow whatever you want. Like any variety. It's really like an art form. Like when you think about it, it's a skill and it's an art form. Control the soil, you can control all the conditions. If you go to somebody local that you trust, you know where your food's coming from. You know that the farmers and the people who produce the produce are being compensated well. Like you're directly helping them and overseeing the food system. So it's a beautiful thing. I always say gardening is like the gateway drug to holistic health. Like once you get into gardening, other stuff will just completely open up for you. Like you're just gonna better your mind, you're gonna better your health, you're gonna just be more in touch with the land, which is, to me, a beautiful thing. If you're feeling your boy and you like what's going on here on my channel, make sure you subscribe. Please share this video with somebody who's looking to step up their produce game and help them pick better produce. If you would like more information on the specific practices of how to pick the right produce, make sure you sign up for the Afro Beets mailing list, link in the bio, and I'll make sure I get you that information on, a little more specific, in-depth look into this video and what I'm really talking about. Well, that's it for today, fam. Talk to y'all later. Peace.